Hi everyone, I'm Arthur Dickins and this is my Rugby Legends podcast. In each episode, I interview an amazing rugby player or coach to get their insight and advice for young rugby players just like me who are keen to learn and get better. In this episode, I'm speaking with Asher Opoku-Fordjour, one of the most exciting young forwards in English rugby right now. Asher is a prop for Sale Sharks and the England national team, and at just 21 years old, he's already made a serious mark on the game. He won the 2024 Under-26 Nations with England, starting all 5 games. He also played in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship final as England beat France to become world champions. Asher became the youngest English prop to win a senior cap when he came off the bench against Japan at Twickenham in November 2024. I hope you find Asher's knowledge and wisdom as helpful as I did. Enjoy. So firstly, Asher, as a youngster, you played wing, flanker and hooker. What took you to playing prop?
I don't think it was my decision. So basically, I started on the wing and I loved running with the ball in my hand and stuff. And then hooker, as I gradually got bigger, it kind of gradually moved me to the forward as well. So, and then I tried hooker, couldn't really throw too well. So, I eventually ended up being a prop.
Do you ever miss any of those positions?
Um, Not really. I'm very happy with where I'm at in the scrum. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, no, it seems like it. Such a quite nice tight pack.
Yeah.
What are the coaching lessons that have stuck with you from those formative years?
I would probably say I had this senior academy coach from Wasps, and it wasn't more so about rugby. It was more so just about my attitude and how much I wanted how much I wanted it. So he basically just said to me um, you've got to give this your all if you want to sort of get a contract. So from that day, literally, I've given my all to being the best I can possibly be. And I think that's really important for young kids coming through. If you really want it, you have to be able to put in the work and sort of give everything you can.
Yeah, like hard work beats talent.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no, a lot of coaches say how you just got to play every game like it's your last.
Yeah, that's how you get the best out of yourself, really, I would say.
Which players inspired you growing up, and what was inspiring about them?
I'd probably say Manu Tuilagi. He was one of the. I didn't really watch the league that much, Prem, but when I watched England, he's probably one of the people that stuck out for me, and he was just carrying, running over people, whacking people, and it just excited me really.
Yeah, I remember in the 2023 World Cup, I remember he broke his wrist like midway. He just
Yeah,
taped up and carried on playing the whole
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like,
Literally, he's a
mad.
solid man.
You joined Sale Sharks and then played out on loan during your first season with them. What was that like?
To be honest, I didn't really like it going on loan. Well, being sort of naive, I thought I was sort of ready to play already at Sale. So I wanted to stay there, play with the boys. But it was, in hindsight, it was really good because it just taught me them lessons I needed to learn, especially at set piece time for scrimmage and stuff, and just becoming just more gritty, I guess, because it's not fun. It's not always fun sometimes on loan because you're not playing with the best of players, so you got to kind of find ways to stand out. Sort of, I would say.
What kind of lessons did you learn?
I would definitely say scrum times getting drilled backwards wasn't always fun. So they're the lessons there, I'd say, and also just buying into whatever team you're in. I think that's the way you get the best out of yourself, really, and not just coming there just to be there, proper buying in.
As you said about standing out, how did you make yourself stand out?
I guess it's taking every opportunity you get. So when you get an opportunity to carry the ball, carrying it, and showing yourself, every tackle, showing yourself and set piece, giving it your all, really. That's what I would say. Taking every opportunity.
How would you prepare for the confrontation of playing prop?
I'm not too sure, I think it's probably just like ingrained in me now, I would say. It's like I wouldn't have to like prepare for the confrontation. What I would say is getting my body right throughout the week. So I'm fully ready to go on the weekend is really important for me.
What kind of like, how would you get your body ready for the week?
Just like recovery stuff, making sure I'm on top of my stretches, sauna helps, ice bath, compression boots, just a little bit of everything really.
Yeah, no, compression boots are really nice because like
Yeah, they do.
stretching makes everything easier.
Yeah, it does.
What's your favourite out of the ice bath or the sauna?
Oh, definitely sauna. I'm not too good in the ice. I do try though, but you won't catch me in there for a long time.
What's different about playing tight head versus loose head prop?
So I'd say at tight head, like you're kind of trying to keep the loose head down and forward, but at loose head you're trying to obviously vice versa. So the loose head's trying to keep the tight head up, which yeah. So it's just like a sort of a different feeling. And on loose head, you're sort of you're on the outside of the tight head a little bit. So you kind of have to like work your way in and try and not fully in because you can't go too much on an angle. So there's loads of little technical pieces that you have to know to be able to play both to a decent level.
Which one's your favourite to play?
Oh, I'd definitely say tight. I've done it the longest, so I feel like it's more natural to me. So I played 20s at loosehead, and it was good there, but I don't know, as I'm getting older, I definitely say I prefer tight, but I'm not opposed to playing loosehead.
What's the hardest part about playing prop?
I would probably say playing prop is one of the hardest positions on the pitch, just because that you have to do everything that everyone else does to a high level, and then you have to scrum on top of that. So you probably get the most fatigued in a game, I would say.
Yeah, no, when we interviewed Richard Hill, he said, yeah, the props do a lot of work like that don't get seen.
Yeah, that is very true. I do agree with him.
How hard is it to switch between tight head versus loose head?
I would say once you've done it quite a few times, then it becomes easier. But as you first start switching across, then it's a bit hard because when you're on one side, you're focused on doing a certain thing, then you have to come across and sort of do an opposite thing. So it is pretty hard at the start, but once you get the hang of it, then it becomes way easier. Like anything, really.
100%. How did you get the hang of it?
I'm just doing it loads, really. So I've been strumming a loosehead a lot recently, just due to injuries. But yeah, just doing it a lot.
100%. Which other position in the scrum do you rely on the most?
I would say second rows. I think the back rows don't do much, I'd say. But then the second rowers, they're really putting in some work and getting you through there.
Yeah, I don't know what Henry Pollock could say about that.
He wouldn't be doing much work, I promise you.
Just the hair he's working on. What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who wants to be good at prop?
I would say scrumming is your bread and butter, and you have to master that first before. So I would say put most of your time into scrumming and learning what suits you and how you can be the best at scrumming with your body type and your body shape.
How would you like work on your scrummaging? Like, would you do it like would you use a scrum machine with all your like pack?
So one way you can practice your scrumming is in training, just like 8v8, just live and using things that you've worked on, what you've been told to work on, and just putting it into practice there. And then another way is just on a sled, like a single man sled, which you can do by yourself. You can literally do it do it on a wall, to be honest. I used to do it like with my washing machine at home, just like my shape and my setup. I'd just be crouched, bind, and like just getting that feeling of knowing where you want to be and how you want to do it. So you can do it anywhere, right? There's no excuses not to be practicing.
That's not actually a bad idea, the washing machine.
Yeah, it's not, is it?
What do you enjoy most about playing prop?
I would definitely say just getting scrum penalties and helping the team go forward. But I would also say I like carrying quite a bit. I get a few opportunities to show what I can do, but not too many. But I would definitely say carrying's involved in it. Yeah,
Getting a couple bumps as well.
yeah, yes. Can't go wrong with that.
How do you prepare for a game, and when does this process start?
I feel like the process starts at the beginning of the week, and like it would start from once the game, once you reviewed your game from the last, it's literally your next job is to focus on what's coming next. So, from meeting one about the opposition, that's when prep starts, and like from that day, that's when your recovery starts, and so on and so forth. It just keeps going throughout the week, and then the only day I really give myself is my off day, and I probably still get some recovery in as well during that day. So, yeah.
After a club or school match, we have match two with our opposition. What happens after your matches?
I feel like boys, we sometimes, depending on the week and what we have afterwards, some lads will go upstairs and have a little drink. Um, but then I feel like lads just want to get off and go home after being banged around for 80 minutes. I feel like lads just go home really nowadays.
What would you do?
I'd come home and I'd get a takeaway. I'm normally on the Chinese at the moment. That's my go-to. And then, yeah, just chill really.
Good shout.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, no, when we interviewed Tommy Freeman, he said, yeah, he'd go for a couple drinks.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you do. It just depends. It depends whether you've got a game the next week, how quick your turnover is. But yeah, I'm not opposed to that as well.
What was it like being called up into the full England squad last year?
Oh, it was sick. It was. I didn't really I couldn't believe it. Really, I was pretty shocked. So I was literally a 21st birthday party, and then in the morning I got the call. I missed the first one, and then it called back. Yeah, I was pretty shocked, and then I went back home, packed my stuff, and I was off. It was pretty surreal. It was such an honor.
How do you celebrate?
How did I celebrate? I didn't really get a chance to celebrate. Really, I was just into camp, and then that was it.
What was the environment like, and what did you enjoy most about it?
The environment was very good. The boys are very welcoming. Everyone's really welcoming there, just helping you get settled in. And then, what was your second question, sir?
What did you enjoy most about it?
I enjoyed the competitiveness of training. That it's really tough and it's so intense. And you come off the field after training, and you're sort of like proud of yourself of how tough it is and how you stayed in it. And just training with the boys really it's sick, really.
Who did you room with?
I've when I first it was Chandler. Chandler took me under his wing and settled me in.
Do you have any like really good friends in camp?
Yeah, I'd probably say Chandler's up there, and Manny Faye will both say he's a good lad as well. There's a lot of lads. Everyone gets on really well there too. So.
Yeah, no, Man and Fairbo, so I can't imagine running at him. Or
Yeah, yeah, he's literally a brick, a really fast brick. Imagine that.
What's the best thing about being a professional rugby player?
I would probably say just being with your teammates, like most of your week, and just having that sort of brotherhood and being together and just like fighting. Everyone there is literally fighting for the same thing, for the same cause. And it's just a good feeling being around all them boys all the time.
Yeah, if anything, loads of people say competition's really good, rises you to a high standard.
Yeah, literally.
What would you say is the worst thing about being a professional rugby player?
Oh, I'm not a morning man, so early mornings aren't that great for me. So I'd probably go with that.
And the same here. I hate when I play club matches, when it's like 10 o'clock, the game starts. I love it when it starts at 2 because I just
Yeah,
early.
yeah. 8 and 10 o'clock. That's way too early for me. I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
What are you most proud of in your rugby career to date?
I would definitely say my first England cap. That was unreal. I had all my family there. And yeah, it was another surreal feeling. Like I didn't, I didn't feel like it was real. I can't really remember much from that game as well. It was just mental.
How did you celebrate that?
Oh, I went out and yeah, it was a good night, but I had to go home early because I was throwing up everywhere. So it was look at that great.
Seems like a productive night.
Yeah, it was very productive.
How did you deal with self-doubt?
I do get self-doubt quite a bit. I have to reassure myself that I'm meant to be here and I'm good enough to be here. Mm, yeah, I just tell myself that really. And I have to go back to the to the reason I want to play rugby and the reason why I'm doing this. And that helps when I go back and I've got it written down and I go and I look at it. It helps me come back to being a confident lad.
And final question, Asher. If you made a mistake in a game, how would you not let it affect you further on?
You kind of just have to snap out of it. Sometimes you don't always snap out of it and then it kind of leads to more negatives, which is not what you want. And you kind of have to stop thinking about it and move on to the next job, or you'll keep getting caught up in that moment, and then before you know it, the game is over, and you've just played horribly. So you've got to snap out of it really quick. And even if you think about it in the moment, you just tell yourself you're going to be able to go back, watch it back, and find the fixes for what you've done wrong. So there's always going to be a time and a place to get back away from that.
100%. And as well, memory like a goldfish.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks so much, Ash, for taking the time. I really appreciate it and I love speaking with you.
It's all good. Thank you very much, mate.